Studebaker East live walkthrough. My name's Chris Wilkie. I am going to be your guide for the day. The camera person behind there that you can't see is Angie. You'll see her hand here. She'll be doing questions as we go along, reading them off. So if you do have questions as we tour the facility, please feel free to leave them in the comments and we'll try to get to them as soon as possible. We'll take as much time as we need to get through the building here, but I do want to welcome you to Stu East, as it is called here on campus, known as Studebaker East if you do any searching online or through Ball State Communications. And where we're at right now is the lobby area. So we have our front doors over here. These lead out to the Studebaker Drive. You got Park to Porty and Studebaker West out this way. One question we did have in the Facebook event was about parking. There are metered parking lots right here for guests that are in a short-term period, and this is a blue residential lot that becomes available Friday after 5 p.m. So if you're looking for guest parking, you can have a few spots here. There's not a ton, but there are a few available. So behind me here is the Studebaker East multi-purpose room. So this can be used for different kinds of events that we have here in this hall. And you'll find that some hall council events, some campus-wide events, some RHA events may be held here. So this is a facility that is used across campus, is accessible without any secure access, and you can get it in right here. So as you turn this way, we have the front desk. So you have a front desk worker here. We have one here right now because we do have some students that are living here. And this is where you can come in and fill out, like if you're having a guest stay, you can fill out the form there. They are able to help with some guidance around campus if you have questions. They'll also be able to help you if you need change for laundry, and if you need to rent things for some of the kitchenettes upstairs, that you can actually do that along with some other items as well. So that's your front desk. Back there, we'll go that way in just a few minutes. That's where you actually enter into the residence hall area. But before we do that, let's go to the computer lab so you guys can see what facilities are down here for that. So in Studebaker East, the computer lab is located on the right side as soon as you walk in. And on the left side here are the community bathrooms. So you have a men's and a women's. These are for the public to use. They can go in and use them. But they're located right across from the computer lab. ID access to the computer lab is needed. That creates it so it's only used for residents. So you're not going to get somebody walking off the street that is looking to print. This is dedicated space for the residents. So you see you have your dedicated printer that you can use for printing. This is extra special and helpful during finals time when you're trying to print something or when you have to turn in a project. So you have extra paper storage. Then you have different computers. So these computers are loaded with all the equipment you would need, the software you would need to do some of your work that you can't do at the library, but you can wear your pajamas down here. So you have a few Macs, you have a scanner, you have a bunch of PCs, and these are open pretty much all the time. I think the computer lab here closes at midnight, but I need to confirm that. It may be open 24/7. There are signs and information everywhere here, but you have to use your ID to get in. So the one thing I will tell you guys, if you don't remember anything else when you're moving into Ball State here, bring your Ball State ID. That gets you access to everything here in the residence halls. So now let's work our way towards the first floor of Studebaker East, and we'll show you some of the amenities that we have here for you guys if you're living here in Stu East. So now, just for your reference, no food or drink are allowed in the computer lab. I'm probably breaking a rule with this walking around in it, but we're not going to talk about it. So we're going to go this way real quick. You'll notice you have to have your ID card to swipe into the secure area. So welcome to Studebaker East. Now you're going to find, we're going to walk down this way first, mailboxes. Studebaker East, to get your mail, you will use a key. So you have to have a key for these. These are non-combinations. So mail's pretty easy. You come in, you'll be assigned a mailbox. You will use your key to open it. Now, your mailing address, just so you're aware, it's your first, last name, Studebaker East with your room number, Ball State, Muncie, Indiana, 47306. All outgoing mail just simply gets dropped in here, and we take care of the rest. We recommend that you check your mail every other day at least, because sometimes you do get letters, but it's real quick and easy, and it's right before you get on the elevators or take the stairs. Your hall directors are located here. So your hall director, Alex, is located here. The assistant hall director, Hannah, will be located there. great people. So if you ever want to stop in and chat, these are where you can find their offices. Some additional mailboxes are located right here. So if you can't find yours on the other side, they may be on this side here. Over here we have a small lounge on the first floor. Nothing big, but it's nice if you want to sit and get a little sun or watch the traffic go by, you can sit right here. So now we go into what would be called some of the areas down this way that are amenities per se. So the first one we'll go into is the craft room. The hours are 7 to midnight Monday through Friday and 8 to midnight the rest of the time. You cannot use the craft room after midnight. So you have a project and you're looking for some place to work on it, you kind of need to use a little bit of more space than what your residence hall room will look like or be, you can come down here and use this. So you got shelves, it's got some supplies in there, we're not going to go through all of them, but you can use this space. This is community space, you just have to have your ID to do so.
We have a question from Christopher Sanchez.
Yeah.
Will we be told to or get notified if we have mail, or do we have to check ourselves?
You will have to check yourself downstairs. It only takes a few seconds to do it. Now, if you get a package, sometimes we put the little slip in the mailbox, so you'll be told to go to the front desk to pick up your package. Other times, depending on the policies of that hall, you'll get emailed with the information to come pick up the package downstairs. So I would plan to check on your mail once or twice a week and just go in there, it takes a few seconds, and go that way. Next one we're going to look at is the music room. Same hours as before, so 7 to midnight on Monday and Friday, 8 to midnight Saturday and Sunday. You can tell this is kind of built for 1 or 2 people. You have a keyboard, we have a upright piano as well, and you do have a Mac in here that will allow you to record and edit music, and you do have a foot pedal that will allow you to work in there. So this room is located on the first floor on purpose. We do have it soundproofed. So the door is kind of, if you can't tell, it's a little bit hefty. So it's meant to be shut and it actually soundproofs the room so you get high quality sound and you don't hear any crazy stuff and other people don't get bothered by you. So this room is open for anybody to use. There's a camera in here so we can check to see if people are in here. That's for security reasons. But you just knock, see if anybody's in here, you can go from that way. The next room we're going to show you is the fitness room. So this is located on the first floor. Hours are the same as every other place I just showed you. 7 to midnight during the week, 8 to midnight during the weekend. So you can tell we have 2 treadmills, 2 elliptical machines. I don't know what you call this machine, like a stair walker, moon walker machine. So it's here. You have a bicycle, or a bicycling machine, along with your kettlebells. Kettlebells were somewhere, I thought. No kettlebells. You have your weight balls here, along with the weight equipment and a bench. So you guys can use this. You don't even have to go to the rec center. You actually have it in all the facilities here. There's also a TV you can watch while you work out. So this is all available to you during those hours that were specified. And you must clean your equipment when you're done. Just take the little spray up there, spray it, wipe it down with paper towels, throw it away. Helps keep down any kind of weird rashes or anything that could happen. We just kind of throw that in there to keep it clean. So now we'll go into the laundry room here in a second. The ice machine is located down here. This is for all residents to use. So all you have to do is come down here. You can fill your lovely water bottle with ice or any other type of thing you need, and then you can walk back up to your room. Laundry is
asked, are all the rooms open until midnight?
All of these in this hallway are, yes. So, you guys, if you were on the Facebook page earlier, would have seen that we were doing a small tour of the laundry room. This is the laundry room for Studebaker East. So Studebaker East, you can pay for laundry in 2 different ways. Cash coin, which just got to go down and get quarters, or you can use the lovely Cardinal Cash, which you can put onto your Ball State ID. All you would do is you would simply swipe it, type in the number of the unit you're going to be using, and then it'll start it up and it'll pay for it. So, laundry here is pretty simple. We'll start on the washer side here. And you're going to see we have a bunch of instructions that are around you. So, it's like, hey, don't leave your stuff in the laundry or the washer. Don't leave your stuff unattended. If it's here and it's here for a while, we're going to move it. Leave them doors open when you're done. So what you'll do is you load your stuff in here, you'll close it. This is where your detergent and fabric softener and all of that stuff will go. Little pods are awesome. I highly recommend grabbing the little pods. Then you can just throw them in there. You don't need to worry about it. So then you'll just select your laundry here, how dirty your clothes are. Then you will insert your coins here, or you'll use the machine, and all of these do have numbers on them. So this is number 9. You would go over there and type in number 9, swipe your card, it would charge it. You have your door shut, and you hit start. So that's as simple as the laundry is here. $1.50 for washes, $1.25 for the dryer. So the dryer is located over here. Same exact kind of information. So each dryer has a number. You'll just throw it in here. Your lint trap's down here. You just will wipe it out with your hand. Use the trash can right there. You'll close it. The upper is number 5. You'll pick what temperature you want. You can use your Cardinal Cash over here. You just type it in, swipe your card, and hit start. You're using coins that are located right here. So this is the laundry room for you. You got a tub sink right there, along with a folding table here, which you guys can use. And there are rules when you get in here, like empty all your pockets, don't overload the machine, clean your lint traps. Stuff that you guys should know, but it's just a friendly reminder for you guys to, as you use the laundry facilities. So now that we've done this area, we're going to go ahead and go up to where the elevators, the lounge, and the rooms are, along with the kitchenette, so you guys can get a view of this. So this is your downstairs area. So we'll make our way up, and we will showcase the next level. So we're going to go to floor 3 today, and we're going to show you the kitchenette lounge, along with one room and a bathroom. So if you do have questions about the rooms, we're going to try to cover measurements and sizes and showcase all the features of the room, but feel free to ask them. Angie will stop me at any point in time and we'll go through and answer them all. So don't feel like you got to wait until we're all said and done to ask the questions, but you can more than just cut me off and put them up there. We'll happily do it. So Studebaker East does have 2 living learning communities. It's the International and the Languages Living Learning Community. You'll note this when we get up to this lounge and you see the flags. So that's kind of for the international students that will be living here. We try to represent a bunch of different countries. So here is the lounge. So I find these lights very cool myself. But this lounge is 4th floor. Anybody can use it. And as you can tell, there's a kitchenette, which has a stove and an oven, a sink, a microwave, and a fridge. Now you're asked not to leave a bunch of stuff in the fridge, and you're asked to clean up after yourselves, but there are a lot of stuff that you can find that you can check out from the front desk downstairs and use. So this is a nice community space. So like if I was sitting here and I wanted to watch a football game, I could cook my appetizers in the oven, and I could turn the TV on and watch the football game. So sometimes you'll find there's movie nights or different events that happen here, but you do have a little like island bar where you can sit there at and eat and chat with friends. You do have the community space in this area. So this is a great place if you just want to sit, get away from your room for a little bit, or if you want to have a small meeting and get together. These spaces are a lot more open than your rooms will be, so it's a nice little area to get in with here. So as we go through, everybody with their trash, we do have a community trash room. So you are responsible for emptying your trash, and you will put that into the room. There are additional trash bags and recycling bags in here. In Muncie, we do recycle, so anything you put in a blue bag does get recycled, and it gets sorted when it gets to the facility. So there you will tell there are blue bag areas and black bag areas. You're responsible for putting your trash in there as soon as you fill yours up. So you will find that right now we are kind of preparing for all the students to move in. So you'll find that we have a lot of maintenance equipment out, and we're kind of little not all put together yet. We're working on it. It's trying to get the rooms as best prepared as we possibly can for you guys to move in. So just ignore the mess right now. It'll all be cleaned up before you guys move in. So as we go down, we enter into kind of the residence section now. So the way Studebaker East is set up is a 2-wing system. So we're going to go down this wing here in just a second, but the rest of them are going to be down this wing as well. So what you have is you have these 2 hallways, and they will be co-ed by floor. So what you'll find is that as you go through here, you'll have male, male, then female, female. So the way they're set up are so that the bathrooms are shared by the same gender, but it is co-ed throughout the floor. So as you go through here, don't be surprised if you have three female rooms and then two male rooms. Those are meant to be like that, so it is co-ed by floor. So now
I just got a question. Do all the rooms have windows?
We are going to go in there, but the answer is yes. So let's go in. Make sure we're good here. So we're going to go into this room real quick, and we're going to show you guys what a room looks like here. So we are actually, like if you guys couldn't tell in the last hall, we have actual staff here right now who are repairing this. So like this room still needs painted. I can tell because we have some old hooks that are on the wall. So this will actually be all new, fresh painted before everybody moves in. But here's what a residence hall room looks like. So I do have my tape measure, and we'll be able to go through everything here. So let me pull that out as we get questions. So every room comes standard with a few different things. So every room has 2 desks. So you can tell we have 2 different desks here. They do have storage. So you have this, a drawer here, a drawer here. We do have chairs as well. They do have wheels. You have this, and then you have a little slide-out working table here. So
we have a couple questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Someone wants us to measure for a large rug, and they want to know if all the beds are loftable.
We are getting there, and I'll be happy to do so. So these are the desks first. We'll get to the beds here in a second. You get 2 trash cans. One's for recycling, one's for trash. You have a thermostat in the room, along with 1 light switch. So that's just what you have right now. Now let's go over here to the beds. Now the question was loftable beds. As you can tell right now, these beds come pre-lofted when you move into the room. Now, this one right here is lofted about halfway currently. So you can see it's about waist high. You're going to measure it. It's roughly 4 feet off the ground. So it's going to be a rough estimate here. Now, over here, on the other hand, is a fully lofted bed. So it looks like we could go up 1 more space, but this is as high as the beds will go. So if you'd like the bed to be the floor, you can put it on the floor. If you'd like them bunked, you can actually move this and put it on here and bunk it. So they can be bunkable as well. But the beds are loftable, and the loft stuff comes in here. So really all you need from downstairs when you want to loft it is there are rubber mallets, and you bump this up, and it'll actually pop it out. You'll set it in where you want to be, you pop it back down, and it'll actually set the loft there. So as you'll notice, you do have your pin board on this side and this side over here, and you'll find you have your air vents as well. So the question was about an area rug. So let me measure the whole room here so you guys are aware. If you were going to do one from door to window, you were looking at 197 inches, which is just over 16 feet. If you're looking for an area rug just to buy where you're going to be getting out of bed, you'd be looking at roughly 7 feet. So it all depends on how much you want to do. The rooms, I had a room that was similar like this in Dahorty. We did use just a small rug in this area. It would be 7 feet. Then if you go from wall to wall the other way, you would be at 127 inches, which is just about 10 and a half feet. So that's for your measurements if you want to do the entire room. But if you wanted to do just this area in the middle here, you can actually have one that would be about 4 feet by the 7 feet.
We have a couple questions. I missed one of them. I think it was about the closets, and if there's just one. There's actually 2.
So it is split in half. It is one big closet that is split down the middle. So you have this area here for each roommate, and the other side has the same thing, along with shelving up top here. So we'll show you the other side. And if you can see in here, there's actually like a little wall. So if you're curious how big it is, that's how big I am there. So there was a question about closets. What other questions did we have?
Someone asked where would they put their TV, and how do you get onto the loft beds? Is there a ladder?
So what I recommend doing is right here This thing can move and can be hung underneath your bed. So when I was living in them, I put it on the back of my bed there, and then the ladder is right here. So that's how you do it. You can rearrange these. So if you don't want to be on this end here, you can actually move this bed that way and put both of them this way. You can use that as a loft. It's all on how you set up this room. So like this room right now is a handicap accessible room, and you can tell because we have a handicap accessible sensor here and the door is motorized. So if you're wondering why it looks like this, it is handicap accessible. So not all rooms will have that pad and that door, but you can use like here, we simply remove this. You have steps. You can actually just climb up into the loft. So it all depends on how you have it set up, but that can be used as a ladder there.
Someone asked, could we get a bed against the window?
No.
Yeah, I think that depends on how you set up with your roommate.
Yeah, that'd be a little weird.
Yeah, if your roommate's cool with you being in there, then I suppose so.
If you have that, now your windows, there are windows for every room, so if you guys are curious, they're there. Now, I got asked about Ethernet and cable. So cable outlets and Ethernet ports are located right here. So you do have Ethernet back here and cable. You have an outlet there, an outlet there. Let me check back here real quick.
Someone asked, do all the rooms have closets or do some have wardrobes?
These all have closets. I don't see an outlet there.
Also, you could put 2 beds on one wall, I think.
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
You have an outlet there in the middle of the bed, so in case you're curious.
Yeah.
And then there'll be an outlet behind here. So there are that many outlets in the room in case you are curious about that.
The beds are loftable. Someone asked, can you put 1 mattress under a loft to make more room?
Yeah, so you could do, if you wanted to, you could bunk them. And you can move this and slide the bed under here. And then you would just take the other ones and set them in your closet. You're not allowed to remove furniture from the room. So you just have to move it somewhere else in the room. But if you do want to bunk the bed, you can move the other set of loft. So this stuff here into the closet, and it can be out of your way.
Amber asked, is there only 1 Ethernet hookup?
There are actually 2 on this. They're designated in the orange color in this room. Now, if for some reason you do need more than 2, you can bring your own switch, not your own router. So you can bring a switch, not a router. No routers will actually flag your room and turn off your internet if you have routers in here. So we have wireless internet, you're good. If you'd like to wire it up, there are 2 Ethernet ports colored in orange.
Olivia asks, are all the rooms the same shape?
Yes, all of the rooms are the same in this hall. So now let's go and show you guys a bathroom while we have everyone here. And then we will go from there. If there's additional questions, I'll take as much time as needed to answer the questions.
We do have one more. Are items in the room lightweight and easy to move?
That's on wheels. That's on wheels.
You can also get help from RAs or anyone else in the hall.
Yeah.
For the bed lofting in particular.
Looks like the desks are going to be your heaviest thing you have to move. And everything else, with 2 roommates, you should be just fine. Probably me and Angie can move all of this stuff and loft everything ourselves as we're in here doing it. But there are a lot of people around to help. And it's a great way to make friends. You can go down the hall and ask somebody to help you loft, and then you'll learn some skills along with that. So one other thing I do want to mention is that the beds have a firm side and a soft side. So this one up here is a plush firm side. The one on the bottom is a extra firm. There are usually labels on the bed. You can just flip the bed over if you're not sure which one you like, but it's a good way to try it out and to kind of add some extra padding or a little bit more support if you need one or the other. So let's walk down this way.
Someone asks, you can't have open flames, but can you bring a plug-in air freshener?
Yes, you can.
Awesome.
So we'll go down this way. Hello. So now for bathrooms, just so everybody's aware, bathrooms get cleaned every day of the week. They're specified times. They tell you to go use other facilities like the downstairs community ones I mentioned earlier. So these are in every room. We're going to showcase just the men's restroom right now. All of them are the same. So you're not going to get into the one and see anything completely different. We're just picking one just because it's the closest one to this building or to this room right now. So we're going to show it to you. You have to have a key to get in. So the residents that share this bathroom have to have a key. They'll have their key for that. You use your key. It'll let you into the restrooms here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units in this one. So we can show you what the units look like. They all have motion activated switches. So here's one, there's your toilets. You have a shower in there. If any of you want to walk in and show them what it looks like, we'll go into one other one as well. One question we did get earlier, where if there were lockers in these, there are no lockers in here. You'll have to bring your stuff in a shower caddy, and you do have this area that you can put your stuff while you shower, and you can lock this door, but you cannot leave your stuff in here. So, Lindsay, if you want to walk on out, we do have eco-friendly toilets in case you're curious. Then you have all the other units here. You have your sinks. And this will only be shared by people of the same gender. So don't think you're going to have to share a bathroom with the 5 guys down the way if you're a female watching this right now. You will only share it with your same gender.
How many people to one bathroom?
I don't know the exact answer on that. I think the answer is 12. But do not quote me on that. I can look it up and try to provide that to you at a later time. It'll be between 12 and 16. So here's another facility at the end here, in case you're curious. So you have a bathroom, shower. So these are semi-private bathroom units that are in here. So got hot water, soap, toilet paper, and everything's provided. You have to provide your own shower things and towels. So we'll go this way real quick. And then we'll show them. Just so you guys are aware, this is another room that is very similar to what I was telling you. They're all the same. So this room has been kind of prepped a little bit, not finished yet, but you can tell this is just a little bit different setup. Closet's on the other side. That's pretty much the only thing that's different in this room. So you all have your dressers, you'll have your desks. You can tell beds are a little bit different height in here. So you can put those wherever you want. And you do have a window. But you have the same outlets and everything else. So that is kind of what all the rooms look like. There are no real exceptions to that rule in this building. So you go down the hall, we go up 3 floors, we can go down the floor, and they're all going to look the same. So we'll take now for questions and answer as many as you guys have. Bed dimensions, I know, was one that somebody was asking about earlier, so we'll get those measured real quick.
Do you have a couple questions left over from the bathrooms?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure. How many showers, and are there toilets separate from the showers in case everyone's showering and someone wants to use the restroom?
So there were a shower in every unit that were in there, so you have 6. And if you do need to use the restroom, there are the community restrooms downstairs you can go down to use real quick. And those are just a short walk away. So if they are full, you can head downstairs, but there are the 6. That's what makes me think there's 12 people that share that bathroom, so that if your roommate's in here, you'll know that they're showering. So you can go in there. During my time as a student, we had a 2-bathroom facility that 8 people shared, and we never had an issue like that. But if you're worried, there are additional bathrooms downstairs for you to use. Now, what was the other question?
Oh, it passed by, but can 2 desks fit side by side on the closet side, so this area? And I think the answer would be yes, but we can measure that out.
Let's measure it out real quick here. So roughly 88 inches.
Ooh, they cannot. But you can always fit your desk under your bed if you choose to loft it.
Would you grab that for me real quick?
Yeah.
Let's double check. Take it to the edge of that wall and see what that measurement is.
It says 91.
91, we actually might.
You might be able to, guys.
Just barely. You can fit them just barely in there. It'd be exactly, the exact distance necessary, and you'd have no room on either side. It would barely fit in there. So you could.
Fit. Yeah.
What other questions do we have?
Trinity asked something about if her roommate drops out, right before class, what does that mean for her room? But I think that's something you can ask our offices for. You can call them. Find
Yeah.
a
So
number.
if you have somebody that drops out of your room, we do have students who are in temporary housing at this point. So you would be assigned a new roommate. If there is nobody that is a new roommate, you would be asked if you'd like to keep the room as a single and pay an additional increase, or you can be open for the next available roommate that would be filled in that area. So if you have more questions, you can call our office. The phone number is 765-285-8000. They'd be happy to walk you through that. But if you do not have a roommate, we try to place you with one. And then if we do not have one at that time, you'll actually get on a list for the next available roommate to be in that room. So what other questions do we have?
Donna basically asked the kind of the same question with the desks. She asked if the beds were 2 desks length.
They would not be. Beds will be, I think they're
Only fit 1 desk under there.
yeah, they're like 88 inches for the bed from frame to frame, 82 and a half, and a desk is 44 inches, so you would not be able to fit 2 desks under a bed. You could fit a desk and a dresser under a bed, or a desk and a shelving unit under the bed, but you will not be able to fit 2 desks under the bed. Now, one unique way you can get around moving some of this stuff, you could move your dresser unit into the closet. You can move the shelving unit into the closet. They provide you some shelves at the bottom if you wanted to, and you get a little bit extra space in here. So you could do that. It all depends on how you want to set it up. Any additional questions?
Someone asked how much space, Haley asked, how much space is it between the bed and the top of the desk? It depends on the height.
Yeah,
of your
so
bed.
if you take a look here, your bed can be lofted anywhere from on the floor, and it looks like you're about 6 to 7 inches off the ground, to the highest spot you can put the loft would be 53 inches underneath the desk. So the bottom, this piece right here, would start at 53 inches, so you'd be about 55 inches up from there. So it all depends. Now, if you really wanted to get creative, you could bunk the beds, move some of the furniture into the closet. It's like 2 dressers, and you would have 2 desks and 2 shelving units, and then a little bit of opening on one side. It all depends on how you want to set it up.
Mm-hmm.
What other questions?
That's all the ones I can see right now.
Okay, well, just a
Oh
few.
wait, we got one. Caitlin asked, can you put 2 beds on the wall opposite of the closet? So
Yes, you could.
basically
Definitely.
2 beds here, and then I assume you'd want to put the desks over here, like we said. They
You could
can
do that.
barely fit there, yeah.
Yeah, so the beds are like 82 inches in length from rail to rail. So you can fit those both here. You can move both desks over here. It's a tight fit for the desks, but they will fit. Any other questions? And while you guys are thinking, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer or measure anything else. A few other things you need to know. Move-in starts Wednesday, August 16th. That's for premium plan students. If you're a standard plan student, move-in starts on August 17th. That's a Thursday. You will be getting things in the mail probably early next week to next week at some point in time. They'll have direct move-in instructions. So this facility has specific ones because you're going to be on the, it's the west side of campus or east side of campus. So you want to make sure that you follow those directions to have the specific drop-off point. And you'll need to make sure to bring your Ball State ID because that's what will assign you your room. So just make sure to bring those things and leave all your valuables and everything behind.
We have a question, can you open the windows? And also, does the furniture have to stay in the room or can you ask it to be removed?
Okay, furniture has to stay in the room no matter what. So what's in here has to remain in here. So you're stuck with it. I apologize on that. You can utilize some of your closet space if you want to remove some things and you can put them in there, but you cannot actually remove the items from the room. As for the window, as you can tell right here, you have a screen. This part of the window will open. So it can close. You can shut that. The rest of the window unit does not open. So that is your window unit that can open. And you do have air conditioning in this facility. So the thermostat is located on the wall over there. So you can control your temperature for your room.
All right. Amber asked, can each person in the room have a fridge? And Jasmine asked, what are the rules for extension cords?
So each resident could have a fridge if they would choose. You can actually rent a fridge if you would like to rent them from us. Bedloft.com, there'll be some information on microfridge units there. You could have one on each side if you do want that. I found from my time here, one is plenty. There's no need to get 2, but you can if you really wanted to. So there's 4 outlets in the room that we pointed out. So you would be taking up an outlet space for that. So just make sure to take that in consideration. And then the other question was about...
Oh, I can't go back. Oh, yes, I can. What are the rules on extension cords?
Extension cords. So you can have extension cords, but we want them to be new extension cords. We want them to have the 3-prong system on them. If you're using a surge protector, we want to make sure they are the new units that have the on-off switch on them that protect against that. So you can use extension cords, just don't bring a lot of old ones that your grandma or your mom handed down to you. Go get some new ones that are specifically for the room.
Are there blinds?
So, in this here, you do have blinds in the room. They do get rather dark when you shut them, but you can. So they are full-length blinds. They are provided. You cannot remove them, but they are here. You can roll them up if you would like.
Are there any big room restrictions? I would mention routers, I think.
Yeah, no routers. Can't put a router in a room. You can bring a switch if you need to do that. No open flames, no guns, no illegal drugs, no alcohol. You can't, on these walls, you have to use the 3M products. Can't put nails in the walls. Let's see, what else can't you do? Those are the big ones. I can't really think of what else. You can't bring 17 people in here. You can only have 1 guest per night, per person. Can't come in drinking, can't do anything crazy like that. So those are kind of your main rules. If there's not, we have a whole list of the policies online at bsu.edu/housing. And you click the policies tab. We have them all laid out there if you're curious about anything else.
Kelly asked, could you measure for curtains, and could we also measure the closets from Shelby?
So curtains, you couldn't do anything that would be against the wall, or put into the wall. So if you're going to do curtains, you would need to do like a shower curtain rod, so, or a tension rod. There's no drilling into these walls. So if you're going to do that, you'd be looking at 54 inches. So now to remember, you do have blinds that are provided. So you really don't have a need for curtains. So they're there. And you can, this is the only window that opens, but if you really, really wanted to, you'd be looking at 54 inches across that way. Now, closet space, the entire closet width, so for each individual person, is roughly 43 inches. So you have a 86-inch closet there. And then from top to bottom, in case from the shelf to the bottom, would be roughly 70 inches. So, I don't hurt myself here.
Jasmine asked, how long can guests stay?
So guests can stay, you have to ask your roommate first of all. So you cannot just bring somebody in without your roommate's consent. So it is their room as much as it is your room, so you have to ask and get their permission first. Now, a roommate or a guest could stay up to 3 nights, but then after the 3rd night, they have to leave, and they would be gone for a night and come back after that point. You do have to register them each and every day downstairs. There's a little guest slip that you have to fill out. It has to be on file, so you can't just do it once. You have to do it every day. But we recommend, if your roommate's gone, you don't have to ask permission, but they can't use the other person's bed or stuff. So always ask permission from your roommate before you bring somebody else in as a guest.
Heidi asked, could you fit the dresser and shelf on the floor in 1 closet?
Let's see, you said they were 43 inches.
I think you could only fit 1.
Yep, you're only going to get 1. You could only fit 1 of these units in a closet. So you have enough that if your roommate wasn't using that area and you want to put like 2 dressers in, you and your roommate, you could fit 2 in there, but in 1 section of a 1 roommate side, you can only fit 1 of these units in that side of it. Any additional questions?
Give it a second.
You can get a drink of water while you guys ask questions, and we'll answer anything else that we have.
If we missed any of the questions, you could repost those now. Can you measure the wall space on one side of the room?
Which wall space?
Which wall space? I suppose maybe the longest one?
That was just a little bit over 16 feet.
16 feet from this wall to this wall.
This is 91 inches here.
And then this little nook is 91. What are the dimensions from here to... Wait, you just said that.
16 feet, just a little over.
What about the width? Back and forth.
I remember saying that's a little over 10.
10 inches? Feet? I guess inches is bad guess.
Yep, 10 and a half, so 127 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one other question we get a lot in this facility is where's the nearest food? So you have a few different options. You have Studebaker West, which has the micro cafe downstairs. And then, hold on one second. We'll be done in just 1 minute. We're doing a video walkthrough right now. So we have maintenance staff getting rooms ready right now. So that's who that was. You have Micro Cafe, which is located at Studebaker West, which is literally just across from us, across the parking lot. Then you have Woodworth, which you guys will all aid at during orientation. And that is a simple, probably 5-minute walk. Then you have the Tom John Food Shop in Kinghorn, which is right across the street from this. Quiznos is nearby, along with the Neuer complex. So you have a lot of food options over on this side of campus.
Donna asked, where would a TV go?
So your Ethernet port in this room is located on this side. The other room was located on this side. It's all up to you where you want to put a TV at, but that's where you can hook it up to Ethernet or cable that is provided in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Any additional questions?
Are there bike racks near the building?
Yes, there are. And they're outside, and they're actually bike lockers as well. If you'd like to rent those, you can call our office at 765-285-8000. Ask for Linda. She'll be able to help you with all of the bike locker information.
Could I get a job at Studebaker West?
You could, if there was a job available. You could apply through Cardinal Career Link, and any of those postings that are here, you can go through and you can apply for those, and as long as you're a student here on campus, you could work here.
But this is Studebaker East that we
Yes.
are in, yeah.
You're currently in East. West is just across the sidewalk here. Okay, so we're going to end the walkthrough now, so the maintenance staff can come in and start prepping this room. If you guys have any additional questions, we'll try to answer them via the comment section here, so go ahead and post them. The housing page will hop in and do that. Again, my name's Chris Wilkie. And we'll be doing, if you hopped on here and you're wondering, what about La Follette or what about Tahorty? If you check the events tab on the Facebook page, we have a bunch of different video walkthroughs we're doing all week long this week. We did La Follette this morning or this afternoon. We did this one, this is the last one for today. Tomorrow is Park and Tahorty. So if you're watching this wondering when that is, we have them all listed on our events section. I think we have another question or two and then we can leave.
Mm-hmm. Are we allowed to bring mini fridges?
Yes, you are. Specifications are online at bsu.edu/housing and look under the policy section.
And last one, I think. Can you bring your own mattress?
I wouldn't, but no. You have the mattresses in here and they cannot actually leave the room. So unless you're going to place a mattress on top of this, you were not allowed to bring that. I've never been asked that question, so I'm kind of that was a little strange, but no, you actually have a mattress already provided in here.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So it was very nice to see you guys. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. And welcome to Ball State. We'll look forward to you guys moving in on August 16th or 17th. So we'll see you guys from Studebaker East.